What's up, everybody? Ballard here, checking in on Sunday morning. Hope everyone's having a great start to their week. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Let's get into this video here. 5 rivalry game winning or losing streaks, depending on how you look at it, that could possibly end here in 2025. I'll go ahead and throw this one out there. Georgia Tech and Georgia. I only mention it because I don't want to forget that meeting is at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta this year. Technically neutral site because it's not at Bobby Dodd, but backyard for Georgia Tech there. But we'll get to that. But let's start with Auburn. 2017, the last time they beat Georgia, and 2019, the last time they won the Iron Bowl. Going back, has it been 5 years? 6 years? Oh my gosh. Could those be snapped this year? Well, possibly. Auburn always playing those teams close at home, but here lately, coming up shy, the last 2 years for Hugh Freeze, and then the last couple years of Gus Malzahn, and then, of course, the year and a half or whatever of Brian Harsin. Auburn trying to find their rhythm with this head coach and Hugh Freeze. I think they're doing great on the recruiting trail. Can they put it on the field and beat their rivals this year? I'm not here to say yes or no on any of these, but I want your thoughts on this list. What about Georgia Tech? Clean old-fashioned hate. It's been since 2016, but Brent Key now stepping in over Jeff Collins. He's been there a couple years. Recruiting's pretty good. Got some good ACC wins. Now that game's neutral site going into Atlanta this year in 2025. Kind of neutral site at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, as I mentioned. But it is Tech's backyard. It went to 8 overtimes last year and a failed 2-point try, and Georgia was able to win in Athens. What about this year? It went to 8 overtimes last year. I expect Georgia to be better, but I also expect Tech to be better in a way. What about this one? Penn State and Ohio State. Now, I have to double check. I believe that game's in Happy Valley this year, or maybe it's in Columbus, which, forget where it's at. It doesn't matter at this point. Penn State has not won that game since 2016, a year they were not supposed to win it. 2017, they weren't supposed to win it. They didn't. But they should have found ways to win it in years like 22, 24, 2018 when they're at home. And they've had even some close calls in Columbus, which is where the game is this year. I think on the odd number years like 23, 25, just an example, it's in Columbus. So they got to go to Ohio State. And that's a game where I don't want to pick Penn State to win until I see them do it. But I'm not going to rule it out. I like Penn State as one of my title picks this year. Possibly win it all. But they might slip up somewhere like that game. They might. They might even slip up in the whiteout against Oregon. We'll see. I doubt it. That's another rivalry. Really big rivalry between former Big Ten East opponents. Now it's just Big Ten because there's no divisions. But what do you guys think about that one? And then finally, Ohio State, Michigan, the game. Now they didn't play in 2020. It was conference-only football, but because of COVID, there were some games that got canceled. They didn't play that year. So this decade, 21, 22, 23, 24, Michigan owns Ohio State right now. Can it end this year? It could. I believe that game's in Columbus. And even if it was in Michigan, does winning a title last year for Ohio State, they're going to lose some guys they already have to the draft, especially Will Howard at quarterback. But they still got some key pieces out there. Jeremiah Smith at wide receiver or whatever. But are they going to be good enough to where they can run the table this year, compete for the Big Ten again? And, I don't know. I don't know. I think the goal, let's just be honest. You won a championship. There's going to be a target on your back, Ohio State, to, knock the champs off. But you got to get over that Michigan hump, man. You can't be losing to your rival on rivalry weekend year in and year out every single year. And I know what you're thinking. Well, didn't they win 8 straight? Yeah. Well, Michigan's fixing to do the same if you don't get it together. Get it together, man. Come on, man. So, Auburn with Georgia and Bama, Georgia Tech with Georgia, Penn State with Ohio State, and Ohio State with Michigan. Let me know about this list, what you guys think, and let me know down in the comments some other rivalry streaks that could be broken in 2025. I love y'all. Happy Sunday. God bless. Jesus loves you.